Okay, let's make sure audio is working okay. As always. Okay, let's make sure audio. Okay, guys, what is going on? It is your boy Malin. Welcome back. It's been a long time since I have done College Football 25, more specifically the Texas Tech Dynasty. It's kind of hard to believe that I've done, like maybe about 10 videos per se of this Dynasty. I don't know, I've lost count, but I haven't done the Dynasty since I last checked 4 months ago. I think it was actually the day before it. It actually has to go back to last year. I don't think I've touched the Texas Tech Dynasty since the very end, and I mean very, very end of 2024. I actually had to go back and watch that live stream to remind myself what happened. So for those of y'all that are seeing this for the first time, I'll give you kind of a recap of the previous season. So to sum it up, last year was the best season in program history for the Dynasty and also in the history of Texas Tech football. We won the Big 12 for the first time in the history of the program. We also made it to the college football playoff. We actually had the number one seed. We were the number one team in the country, and we won a college. And we had a bye week, so we played the quarterfinal game against a good Michigan team, and we actually beat them pretty good. We got to the semifinals against Alabama, and unfortunately, we lost. But not only did we lose, we actually lost pretty bad. The final score of that game was 59-14. But it was the pinnacle of the Dynasty. It's the best season in program history and in the history of the Dynasty. So now in 2030, we're so many years into the future of this Dynasty, it's unreal, really. But I want to keep it going for a little bit just to see if I can get my school over the hump and get into being a national champion. We're championship contenders right now, and this current recruiting class that we're putting together already looks pretty good. Well, and when I say put together, we've already got a couple of 5-stars who we may be landing here in the first few weeks, but we'll just see because recruiting just started. I did all that setting up the board off camera so that way we can go into some gameplay against Appalachian State and a few other opponents. I'm going to try to do like I normally do, knock out maybe the whole non-conference schedule in this live stream, including recruiting and maybe a long video. So fasten your seatbelts for a little bit, guys, and bear with me on our journey, hopefully, to greatness. Our first game, so let's go ahead and take a look at our roster for this season. You won't recognize any of the names from current Texas Tech teams because these are all made-up players that we've recruited. Our starting quarterback, once again, is Brian Ayu. Jeremiah Cole is up to an 81, and also Filele Ilola actually has gotten a little bit better too. So we have 3 quarterbacks in the 80s. So if IU starts to struggle, Jeremiah Cole looks like some guy that I might be willing to give some reps to. But IU has earned the right to be the starter. I don't plan on pulling him unless he has a really bad game. Halfback, bad news is coming back for his junior season. He's up to an 87. He actually won the Running Back of the Year award, a.k.a. the Doak Walker Award, because they don't have the name trophies outside of the Heisman in this game yet. Hopefully in College Football 26, they get some more names and licensing in that game, but we'll see. And also, we still have Ty Uchi as our backup. He's up to an 81. Scioli was really our backup last year, but he actually regressed a little bit to an 80. But we still have a solid group of running backs behind him. Uchi or Scioli look like they could be the guys for the future. But we've got some guys also like Baggett, and we've got Ibrahim and Callaway. Those guys are coming in, pretty good as well. Our fullback is Cliff Van Main, a senior going into his final season. We got Andre Ojukwu, 38, number 38, number 69 overall. Receiving core, lost a couple of guys from last year, but you know what? Maka Ika was a big-time weapon for us last year. He's a physical guy, 6'5", 197. Really could line up at tight end, but he's best utilized at receiver. We still have Mancuso coming back. He's a deep threat. He's a senior. 5'8", though, mostly a slot guy. Ethan Lenovoy, a redshirt freshman who's already shot up to a 78, so he'll get plenty of reps this season. Nathan Ogletree was actually one of our guys that we got from the portal. He's a senior from Argyle, Texas. He's a deep threat, 74 overall. We got Coronado, pretty appropriate name for a kid going to play college football in Lubbock. And we got Laveau. We've got Antonio Lloyd, who was one of the prizes of the recruiting class. He was a 5-star receiver out of Muskogee, Oklahoma. So that is a big get for us. And we also got Kevin McGeely, redshirt freshman from Coppell. I did not redshirt. I actually still haven't redshirted, guys. So you know what? I'm actually going to go ahead and take care of that before we get started because I think I can still do that. Let me actually go ahead and take care of redshirting players because I didn't do that. So let's go ahead and do that before the season begins. Let me see. Who do I want to go ahead and redshirt? I'm going to go ahead and redshirt Ham. Let me go ahead and redshirt some of these running backs. I'm going to go ahead and have Bajet and also this guy and Callaway as well. We'll have 4 active running backs that we can use this season. I'm going to keep all the fullbacks active. Lloyd, I'm actually not going to redshirt. I'm going to let him play this year. I don't know how many reps he's going to get, if I'm being brutally honest, but feel like it'd be worth it. I'm going to keep actually all these offensive linemen active. Well, except for Lacey. I'm going to go ahead and redshirt him because we have 3 centers already. I'd like to have, multiple offensive linemen active. Okay, so I'm going to redshirt actually Tobias, and Pina. Those are 2 freshmen coming in. I'm going to redshirt those guys. Savoy, I'm going to redshirt him as well. Let him develop. I'm going to let Dora be active due to depth. And we've got a bunch of defensive tackles. So I'm going to go ahead and actually redshirt Richie and Alfonso, but I'm going to let that other guy be active. Middle linebacker-wise, Canada, I'm going to go ahead and redshirt him. And O'Rourke and Ortega, I'm going to redshirt those right outside linebackers. Hand and Wimbush, those are 2 really good corners that we got. Actually, you know what? Let's actually not redshirt these guys. I'm going to go ahead and give them a chance to start because Hand is coming in as a 77 overall already from Port Orange, Florida. I'm not saying he'll get a lot of reps, but he may get some playing time and he may progress based on how things are looking. Stitzer, I'm going to go ahead and redshirt. York is coming in at 74. He could already develop in the first year. That's why I don't want to really redshirt a bunch of guys that I think could potentially see the field if they actually play well. So that's the redshirt status for all those guys. But let me keep going through our roster a little bit here to give you guys a look. I think I stopped at receivers. Lloyd. So, yeah, Lloyd was one of the prize 5-star receiver from our class. Tight ends, we still got Alex LeCourtour, 76 tight ends. So tight ends are lacking a bit. We don't have anybody in the 80s there. Offensive line, Carrera, left tackle. We got Handy backing him up, and Carter. Left guard is a 84, and we've got a 91 center in James Grimm. He had a fantastic offseason. He was in like the 80s. He was like 87 or 88, and he's up to a 91 overall going into his senior season. So that is big-time news. Lorenzo's also a senior, so he's backing him up. Right guard, we got an 87, Andreas Milli, junior. We got a 75, Gerardo backing him up. Cribbs is a 80, and we also have an 80, Rico De Silva. I may flip-flop these guys depending on how they do. One's a sophomore, one's a junior redshirt. So 2 solid right tackles there. Cone is going to be our starting left end. He is a redshirt freshman from Canyon, already up to an 82. And Busby came in the same class as him. He's already up to an 80. So we have 2 young left defensive ends who are already getting pretty good. And we got a redshirt junior in Alan Volk, 86. Defensive tackles are looking pretty good, too. We got Taylor Rubio, who is a 85, senior redshirt. Sophomore redshirt is Valles. He's an 85. We got an 80 in Cantwell. So at every position, we really don't have a lot of guys that are in the 70s, except for tight end and the left tackle. But defensive ends, we got guys in the 80s. Same here, Magnifico, his senior season. He was a former 5-star recruit from Carrollton, Texas. He's 88 overall right now, 85 speed, 91 acceleration, 91 agility. Looking pretty good. Espinosa has progressed pretty well. He's the backup. He's actually up to an 86 now. He will be the starter most likely when Magnifico leaves after this season, so we got some depth there. I moved Keontae Major from left outside linebacker to middle linebacker only because, Larry Dunbar is solid, but getting a guy at 86 in Major, even though he was more of a pass rusher at times in special situations last season, His tendency is pass coverage, so I figured move into middle linebacker and see what he can do. He's a redshirt junior. Alfonso is an 88, and he's only a redshirt freshman. Andreas Alfonso, a right outside linebacker, is up to an 87, 88. 86, Joey Diggs from Cedar Hill, Texas, coincidentally, where Joey McGuire used to coach. I think that was a little bit of his hometown special there. He's a senior, but he is going to be the backup to Alfonso, but he'll get still plenty of playing time. And we also have a solid guy in John Hargraves, who's a redshirt sophomore. And, of course, we got the freshman redshirted for this year. Corners, not looking too bad either. Marcus Medeo, sophomore, already up to an 86. We got an 81 Titus Averill in the same class as him, up to an 81 already. 79 Richard Beach. He had a couple of plays last season, if I recall. I think he might have had a pick six in a game. 79 overall, senior, even though he's the third corner, still pretty solid depth there. Fernandez is up to a 79 as a redshirt sophomore. We get a 77 Hand and Wimbush. I'm keeping these guys active, especially due to depth. Scales, free safety. I moved him from strong safety over to free safety to be the starter. He's an 81. We got Tuao, who's a sophomore at 80 overall. Kumaro was one of our guys from the portal. Redshirt junior, 78 overall. We got York still here, 74, pretty solid. Starting strong safety is Kazi, who was also a portal guy from Duncanville, Texas, senior, 85 overall starting out. We got Drew McDonald back at junior, and we got Gallegos still here. Kicker, Cordero, Reddick is backing him up. We got Slaughter, who's the punter, and that is our roster. Don't have a ton of guys in the 90s. Our center, actually, I think, is our best player, which is kind of interesting. But, hey, nothing wrong with having a highly rated center, if you ask me, especially one guy that's going to be able to shore up the blocking schemes. We are coming in, so let me take a look at the top 25. We are entering the 2030 season as the number 11 team in the country. Last year, at the end of the season, it was USC that won the national championship. We finished number 4 in the final polls. So we're starting out the year ranked number 11 in the country. Our first game on the road is against Appalachian State. And let me go ahead and give you guys a look at our schedule for the 2030 season. We start out actually on the road against Appalachian State. Then we have 2 home games against Fresno State and Arkansas to wrap up non-conference play. And Arkansas is ranked number 17 in the country. We're going to take, and then we get to the Big 12 schedule. We're taking on Arizona State at home to open that up. And then we're on the road against Colorado. Then we play at home against BYU. We got a bye. Then we're at number 15, Kansas, versus number 14, TCU at home. So we got 2 tough games back-to-back with 2 top 15 teams. Then we go and take Baylor on at home. Then we're at Morgantown, at Utah. We have another bye week, and then we have UCF at home to wrap up the season on Senior Day. So that is our schedule. Not a whole lot of Texas, not a bunch of Texas teams on the Big 12 schedule this year. But, hey, the conference took new shape starting this past season in real life. So that's what we're going with. So let's get ready to take on Appalachian State in our first game. I'm excited to play with this team, and I'm excited to get the campaign started with a brand new season. Let me go ahead and do let me do a away option. Let's do the black helmet and the black pants. I like that uniform combination. It's probably my favorite for on the road. Appalachian State, they used to be a group of 5 team. They're not too shabby, but we're starting out on the road to get this season going. Going to see how all you and the rest of this offense can do in their second season, his second season as the starter. Last year did some pretty good things. I mean, he took us all the way to the College Football Playoff, and we made it to the semifinals. We got a lot of the same guys back on offense, especially the key playmakers, especially our, some of our offensive linemen. We got our quarterback, we got our running back, we got some receivers, and we've got our tight end. So we didn't really lose any skill position guys. Mostly what we lost were guys on defense, guys on the defensive line, at linebacker. Those were kind of the hits that we took with players leaving. So Well, that's the way we start out 2030. And Camelot. Yes, that's how you pronounce his name. He is their starting quarterback. He is the guy we need to look out for. At this point of the Dynasty, we're so far into the future that none of these guys are going to be real players. Everybody's pretty much made up, but you know what? That makes it fun, and this is what we've missed for 4 years. We actually start out with a pretty good defensive play right there as we get a tackle for loss right there. Most of the years that I've done this Dynasty, our defense actually has picked up the offense quite a bit. It's hard to explain why, but we just keep getting some good defensive linemen, and we keep really retooling, reloading, rebuilding, whatever you want to call it. Magnifico there on the stop for his first tackle of the season, his senior year. Good tackle. Defense gets him off the field. Quick 3 and out. They didn't gain 1 single yard on that drive. Perfect. Good way to start the season. We're the defending Big 12 champs, and we're trying to come out here to make a statement in week 1. I mean, coming in as the number 11 team in the country, we got to hold on to that. James Grimm and Magnifico are our 2 top impactful players, although you wouldn't really call a center that. But you know what? Good center means a good offensive line, starting point, good protection, hopefully, for our quarterback. I'll use second year as the starter. He gets his first completion, 8 yards in the slot. Nice job. We also have our running back coming back. Bad news. Bad news, but he wasn't. 3rd and 2. Pick this up. Keep this drive going. Oh, my goodness. Okay, he broke the tackle. Wow, but the center, Grimm, like, dude, you got to hold that 4th down. You're a 91, my guy. You got a star underneath your player. They go to the ground. All right, there we go. More of a solid one. Loosen him up. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. RPO action, another 1st down. Hit the slot guy. Whoa. Again, you know, look, my apologies if I mispronounce a bunch of these names, but then again, I don't even really offend anybody because these players are not real players, but still. But get hit, but we still deliver a strike to Ika, our big, tall, number 1 receiver. Looking like TJ Vasher from back in the day. I think he's still playing football, but he's in the UFL. He's playing, I think, Houston Roughnecks or something. He started out with actually the San Antonio Brahmas, but I think they cut him. Easy completion, first touchdown of the year on the board to start out 2030. Nice job.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass.
Laveau, or whatever his name is, our slot guy, he was our main target on that whole drive. Making plays early. Love to see it. All right, let's keep up the momentum on defense.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
Espinoza on the rush, and he gets a sack. Let's go. First sack of the year for the defense. First one of the year for Espinoza. So even though he's a linebacker, he's still a rusher. But he's making plays already at that position. So let's see in that.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up.
All right, screenplay. Let me go ahead and let them game tackle off the field once again. Get backward that whole drive.
That's the end of the quarter.
See, in the first quarter, we were up 7-0 on the road against Appalachian State. Had a pretty good drive. Minus 11 yards rushing for the Mountaineers. So we are holding them in check big time on defense. Just got to keep this momentum going.
This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets a block.
I'm not the biggest fan of Bad News being our kickoff and punt returner, but if he's the best that we have, then I'm okay with keeping him back there. Because we have depth at running back, so if we need to give him a rest, you know, we can do that. I'm not too afraid to have him doing multiple things during the game. So.
They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill. And just imagine if they could put another touchdown.
And the whole wear and tear aspect is something that I don't really see impacting players too often, unless you just run it like 17 times in a row, which, let's be realistic, you know, nobody runs the football like 17 times in a row in this game.
Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but
they
picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
Oh my gosh, are you...
Bringing it back. He's at the 40.
Catch him, Ika. Oh my goodness, Ika. That was a bad throw. Ika got jammed a little bit. Probably should have been a flag, but they didn't call it, so... At least they didn't score, and it was a pick 6. But they're on the doorstep already. So. Not great. Let's go with the safety blitz here. Bring the pressure. And that actually worked. We drove him back 2 yards. Good job, defense. All right, this time I'm going to go with cover 1 just because I think they're going to pass it in and try to capitalize off the turnover. We're not making it easy on him. Oh. Now, we forced the rollout, but one of their guys was still able to get free for the score. That was a bad throw I made by IU. I should have waited a little bit for Ika to, you know, break away from that defender a little bit more than he did, but I made a bad throw. And I do that on occasion. So, I mean, it happens.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on.
I'm going to go back to the air again because I want IU to get his confidence back. It's one throw, it was one play.
He wants to start this drive with a
there we go. Good catch. Unfortunately, my battery is low in control, so that's not good.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. From the gun, they'll
ooh, oh, the right tackle got run around.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw.
Oh, I had him wide open.
They're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't
almost do another pick.
Get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset. You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency.
A decent punt there.
Sleepwalking into an environment.
All right. Oh, don't let him get too free. Okay, all right. He made stops. There we go.
This crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Well, we gifted him 3 points the last time, so it's better than what we did last possession.
Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop.
Okay.
Now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. They're bringing heat.
Get him, sack. There we go. Good job, Espinosa. Sack number 2 on the day for him. Let's go. All right, 2-minute timeout. Tied at 7. What is it, a third and... Is it third down? No, it's second down. Okay, 2nd and 18. I thought it was third down for a second, but it's not. Gosh, you're just going to really let him run that free? Goodness. Okay, fine. I'm going to cover 2 match.
From the gun, wants to pass.
Oh, incomplete. Nice job, defense. Now we got a chance to take the lead back for the half. That's just what we needed. Just needed to give ourselves an opportunity.
But the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
You'll call for the fair catch here.
I had a little bit of room with Bad News, but I didn't want to risk it, so it's a fair catch.
On its way to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to
pass.
be
There
more
we
productive
go.
this time, David.
And I think this offense
Now let's get some momentum going.
Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and
should have probably gone no huddle there, but
it's just going to take a spark.
we'll keep doing it for the rest of the drive.
To get this thing picked up.
X.
Picked up.
God, Jesus freaking
And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Man, we started off so hot. Now, well, it's my fault too. I just stared that guy down. That guy saw it. We started off hot, but now we're giving it to him. Giving him the game.
Second down. He's looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end.
They burned up their first time out.
Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page.
3rd and 6. If we could hold them to just a field goal here, that would be really great, and we do. So they're going to kick the field goal, even though we turned it over again. So the turnovers have led to. There's a flag. That's got to be running into the kicker.
There is a flag on the play.
Oh.
The defense might not change that much. Offense has already made the long field goal.
Come on, Fernandez. We had him stopped.
Now the offense with a chance for more.
Our stupidity is the only reason that they have any points. And they could have more. They burned another timeout. Now they have, I think, one left. Yeah, they just got one timeout remaining. We're making sure tackles on defense, so that's good to see. But then again, on offense, we're just giving them free possessions. Let's get the lead before half too.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. They're
Get
trying
him,
to
sack
get
him.
to him.
Oh my gosh! For the love of
And he runs it in for the score.
slipped out the back door. He just had a little bit.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man.
Let the QB slip out the back door, and he ran it in himself. Great.
Take the lead going into the half.
And we've lost the lead. Surrendered 14 points in a row. They've scored off both turnovers that we committed, both interceptions.
The defense can keep them from answering. And he takes this from inside the 5.
Okay, we have all 3 timeouts left. How aggressive do I want to be? I want to go ahead and give it at least a couple more shots. I want to do it. And that was a terrible idea. I've thrown 3 interceptions in this first half, and I just gave them another field. I'm just not playing well. I'm not even really blaming IU for this. I'm blaming myself, really. Wow. One play.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see
all right, we just need to regroup at halftime.
I'm really excited about this offense this season.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get.
I'm not going to try any more crazy. Well, okay, they want me to go again. Screw it. We only have 4 seconds left, though. And we get sacked, like... Well, that first half started out pretty well on our opening offensive possession. We turned it over 3 times. And each time it led to points. Goodness.
And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play,
I don't think it's time to bench IU just yet. I'm not gonna pull the trigger just yet. I think we get the ball to start the second half too, so that makes me feel a little bit better. I'm going to go to the running game a little bit more to start things out in this half. I think that'd be a good idea. Just do something like that. Kind of calm the nerves a little bit of everybody. And just see what I could do. I mean, we're the number 11 team in the country. We're down by 2 touchdowns at halftime. The rest of the country is looking at this game and wondering what is going on with the defending Big 12 champions. We got to answer the bell already in game 1. I should have just done an FCS. Oh, gosh. Probably should have just picked this.
Yeah, at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back.
I feel like, we were worthy of the challenge. We were worthy of doing the challenge. Wow. And our running game can't even get off the ground. You got to throw it on 3rd down.
Kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possession.
And I threw another
This guy just can't find his own players, and he's wrapped up.
I got to let Cole try to do something on the next possession.
Man, it's so frustrating as a coach because you go into half.
What's that, 4 interceptions I've thrown with all you?
This is what we're getting. Let's go out and execute. And what do? First drive, you throw an interception.
Well, if we lose this game, then our chances of repeating as Big 12 champs, of getting back to the college football playoff and finishing the job last year, go out the window in 2030. We're about to be down by 3 touchdowns if they score.
And the Mountaineers line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run.
And it's a walk-in touchdown for them.
Touchdown, Appalachian State.
This is the first game that I've trailed by this many points in any college football game I played on College Football 25. Like, seriously. I've never been down by 3 touchdowns. Well, I've never made a comeback being down by 3 touchdowns, so this will be first. Can't believe this.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space.
All right, well, Cole's in now.
The coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field.
And I feel like I have to essentially abandon the running game. We have to go to the air. Just run, Cole. Just run. Okay, he didn't fumble the ball. Great. First play of the season for our backup quarterback, Cole, and it's a long-ass running play. But you know what?
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury
of
the defense playing great.
Here we go, first down. All right. Okay, now we got a little momentum cooking.
Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a
This guy has been called on before.
First and 10 from the 47. Gets it out fast. They make the stop at the sweet throw and catch.
This guy's been on our team before. He's a senior. He's been in the playbook. He's been in the film rooms. Let's let the senior sling it. Come on, Cole.
Snagged in the middle. It's Mancuso. They stop him just short of the first down.
I don't want to be running the ball too much, but I'm just going to run it to just guarantee you pick up this first. The offensive line is really struggling to block, and I have no idea why. It's really tough to see that.
From the 24-yard line. Use the play fake now to throw. Bought a little time.
A big rollout. Great job. Got the tight end.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll use the running game on first and goal.
All right. I honestly, I hate to say it, I feel like I got to stop running the football because we're wasting time by doing that.
On second and goal. The back goes in motion. To the air, it's Cole.
It's 6 here. Okay, Ike almost got it. I'm gonna go up tempo here.
Stopped him at the 2. And the Red Raiders want to pick up the tempo. Slams it ahead. And you want to talk about
go with the 1. We're going for it. No. We're going for this.
Right here. I like going for it. You're playing on the road. You have an opportunity to take the crowd out of it a little bit here. Why not just line up quickly?
And Bad News is in for his first touchdown this season. Okay, so now we're down by 2 scores. If we can get 1 stop on defense, we can make this a game again. Third quarter's just about over, so we have only 1 quarter left to do anything. We haven't scored. We only scored in the first and the third quarter, and it was a touchdown in each. We're down 2 touchdowns going into the fourth quarter. All right, defense. I know y'all have been out there longer than you anticipated at times, but you got to make a stop here.
the handoff. It's Jordan.
Guys, we have to make this. Okay, all right. He didn't get the first time. He gained 8 yards. Okay, and that's the end of the third quarter. Well, putting Cole in there, then again, I was a little bit smarter with my throws, but he led us, first drive he was in there, led us to a score.
Let's take a look at how we got here.
So we're keeping him in. Jeremiah Cole's playing the rest of the game.
Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Got 8 on first down, now looking at 2nd and 2. Just feeds the running
come
back.
on.
They make the stop of this running game.
I mean, I think they're just going to keep really running at this point, being up by 2 touchdowns. I don't think they really feel a need to throw.
Power football with the run.
Oh, come on. Make the tackle, guys. Wrap up.
Junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Run through the man.
3-yard pickup. They come to the line, 2nd and 7. Trying to surprise him with the pass.
Good sack. There we go, Espinosa. Thank you. You've stepped it up in this game. He's been the lone bright spot of this whole game. 3 sacks for him in this game? Yeah. He may be Defensive Player of the Week if he keeps that up. Oh, free sack. Oh, my gosh. Okay. They didn't call roughing the passer. I thought they were going to call roughing the passer on there. This game lately, and not just this game in particular, this video game has been very cheesy with calling roughing the passer on just about every play that I'm controlling a defensive end or pass rusher. They've been very cheesy with that. I don't know why. I don't know why, but it is what it is.
Looking to throw, it's Cole.
Okay, another first down. I'm going to pick up the tempo a little bit here. We're going to go no huddle.
They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea.
Good catch. Way to hold on to that. The defender was sticking all over.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. He's looking to throw it.
Ika.
Got his man down the middle. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. The Red Raiders are
Go with up tempo here.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Mancuso.
Mancuso.
He's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. It's first down from the 37-yard line. Wide out in motion. They're going to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout.
That was a bad idea. That could have been another interception.
Opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout.
Perfect.
Got him downfield.
Perfect.
Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Got his man quickly.
Short completion, probably should have done. A different kind of play, but
A little bit more to go after that.
I'll live with it.
They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Forced out of the
You're
pocket.
open. Touchdown. 6. Let's go. Let's go, Tech. Let's go. All right, Coach wants us to go for 2. Let's give it a shot.
And now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense
Got it. Let's go. We're down by 6. We just need another stop on defense, and we've got plenty of time.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped.
Jeremiah Cole, you might be the answer, my guy. You might be the answer.
They still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure.
Come on, guys.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, Dave.
There we go. Get him down. Espinosa came there to help. Nice job.
The dream drive for this offense.
We just got to play the run now at this point, I feel like.
Some clock and finish it off with a touchdown.
The play action fake.
Sack him. Let's go, defense. Let's go. Let's go.
14-yard line.
Magnifico, and everybody came running. Oh, it looks like he's hurt too.
He really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away.
All right, it's 2-minute timeout.
He had no shot.
It's 3rd and forever. I guess they're going to go ahead and maybe run it. Okay, go ahead and run it. All right, timeout. Timeout. All right. Wow, that was a huge stop on defense. The defense has stepped up when we needed them to. We've just dug ourselves into a hole with all of these turnovers. And we drove them back so far, they're going to have to punt from the guy standing on his... Okay, I thought they were going to rough the punter again. I was like, guys, we can't make any mistakes now at this point. Come on, we got to go 2 minutes here. Jeremiah Cole, come on. Sweating. Sweating.
Got it in the middle. It's Mancuso. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Dialing up a second down pass play.
Dang it.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there.
That was almost a game ender right there. Oh, God. 4th and 7.
Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's 4th down. Oh, he wants it all. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. The offense set for a first down play. To the ground with the back.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team's being out physical.
And Mancuso had a chance to make that catch.
They're just not getting the push they need all game long.
I could have led him a little bit better, but it is what it is. Call another timeout. We'll have seconds to spare, but not a lot of time really at all.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45.
I would assume they're just going to run it. Yeah, they are. Okay. Good tackle, but we have no timeouts left, so they're going to punt this thing with, like... We're not going to have a lot of time. We also have no timeouts either. We still have a chance, but a very slim one. We can't get a good return, so we have 32 seconds left. Everything is downfield.
Ready to send the offense back onto the field. Looking for a man. It's Cole. Fires left. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage...
And we get sacked. That's game. There's no way in hell that we can do anything at this point.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep.
And that was...
Takes a hit as he fired. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. He's taking a deep shot. It's incomplete.
Incomplete. Okay, I thought for a second that I could actually hold on to that ball. We lose our first game, ranked as the number 11 team in the country. First comeback I was just not able to achieve. It's a terrible way to open the year. The first drive started out so great. We were up, and then all of a sudden at halftime we were just... I don't think we let up a point in the second half, though. But it was too little too late. However, Jeremiah Cole, we're making him the starter. We got Gabe Espinoza did win Big 12 Defensive Player of the Week. 6 tackles, 5 for loss, 2 sacks. Shout out to him. He had a great game to start out the year, and he actually got National Defensive Player of the Week. So we are now officially out of the top 25 after losing our first game to, of course, unranked Appalachian State. I would expect that. All right, so let me go ahead and get into depth chart. All right, so Ayu, I'm sorry, but you are benched As of now, Jeremiah Cole will be our starter. He played better in that game, actually gave us a chance to win it. So let's see if we can get back on the right foot against Fresno State Bulldogs. I think they're 1-0, so they won their opening game. We lost ours. So we need to turn things around at home. Probably just looking at a mid-tier bowl game even after one loss. I'm pleased with the way that our guys fought back. I am. I mean, I made some better decisions with Cole down the stretch, made some good plays. But, now we're giving him the start. Let's see what he can do as the start. We need to get back on track at home against Fresno State.
Time to get this game started. Fresno State will kick it off and we will be underway. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down.
Jeremiah Cole, senior year from Arvada, Colorado. Colorado kid getting a chance to be the starter.
He finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons. He's got the confidence. He's got the experience, Jesse.
All right, I got to stop playing myself too much. I'm playing myself way too
much. Better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
The short hands, it's Mancuso.
And a really nice job on the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage, but they're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory.
And it pays off.
And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. And the Red Raiders come to the line.
I'm just still so ticked off from that last loss that I'm willing to do whatever it takes for us to win this game.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The give to the lone running back. Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
All right, good run,
got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Red Raiders have their offense in high gear. Some misdirection with the counter. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll try the run. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense.
Skilly with his first carry of the season, I think.
Get him on the ground.
I don't think he really played much in the last game. There we go. The big tight end, look, if that really is his name. I don't know. Like I said, all these guys' names I might mispronounce to an extent. The easy ones I can do, so don't worry about those. But some of these I'm going to probably mispronounce throughout the whole time. It is what it is.
He's looking to throw.
Front goal.
Pull it down and run. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that 1st down. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Going to work
took up nearly this whole first quarter so far.
Getting it into the end zone. Zings it complete to the right.
I almost fought his way into the end.
Short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. From the 1, it's 1st and goal as they try to open the scoring here. Turning to the running game on. All
right, well, we started out like last game, went down the field and scored right away. But this time, we got to be smarter with our 2nd and 3rd drives because we weren't in the last game. It's one of the biggest reasons we got behind as much as we did. and we lost, so can't do that this time, especially at home. I mean, it's our first home game of the year. We can't do that. I don't want to do that.
When do I get a chance to take the field? That was crazy.
So Fresno State's coming on offense for the first time. Paul Keltner is their best player at running back. He's the guy to look for in their squad. The star under his name, so it's obviously pretty good.
And they're going to feature their guy. He's an elite running back. You're a great linebacker. Let's see who wins this battle.
There have been entire defenses that haven't
screen
been able to
was
slow this running
interesting.
back down. This linebacker, though,
First play,
athleticism,
nearly got him a first down, so they came out firing. That's the end of the first quarter. We took up pretty much the whole quarter, 7-0 at the end of one.
Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we played one period. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. They'll go to the counter. Tackled after
Only got the first, but he didn't get too much beyond that. So
I know this is an offensive
beggars
line
can't be
that has
choosers.
a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on
There we go,
the
make the
line.
tackle.
They
Good job,
got
B.
just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
This offense has a second down play. He'll pull it on the read.
Oh, come on, the quick.
They can rely on this guy to
I mean, I took a bad angle. I just need to let the computer handle that, like reading the read option. Because every time I try to read it, I just mess up every time. That's why really I don't really like to run the read option very much in this game, no matter what team it is, because I always feel like I make the wrong read. And most of the time I feel like it's just better to go with like an inside zone. It's like you're gonna run it with your running back, hand it off to him. Instead of trying to get cutesy with the QB. But everybody likes to do things their own way, so. Here we go. Good job, Espinoza. Picking up right where you left off from the last game.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Okay, we're down 6. Force a field goal here, that'd be ideal.
Third and long from the 30-yard line, and this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. To the air, it's Banks.
And Cantwell with the sack. Let's go. They're going to punt this?
Fresno State will
Okay, I guess they don't trust their kicker. I guess he can't make 50-yard field goals then. All right. No running into the punter, please. And touchback. I wasn't going to risk trying to return that.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Out of the gun, the inside give. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it.
I mean, so far we've run the football decently at times, but we haven't really had any explosive running plays. I mean, I know we don't have the same offensive line we had last year, but we've still got some guys back. And, bad news is still an 87 overall running back. We won running back of the year last year, so there's still some good things there.
Comes out throwing on first down. Flushed out of the pocket.
It's going to run it.
How about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Red Raiders in the hurry up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out. Really confident throw and catch.
I'm not going to start spending those timeouts until I get under like a minute. So, not quite in that area yet. And did it again. I mean, it doesn't matter who the quarterback is. That was just a bad read.
Offense getting set for first down.
Gave them a chance to tie this thing
He's
up.
going to pass. throws to the wideout. Got a wide open receiver. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a
turnovers.
first down.
Same as last game. Leading to potential scores.
Fires into the end zone. And
wow, I didn't catch that.
The defense to stop the scoring opportunity. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. And they can't.
It's too high. If it was a little bit lower, I actually might have been able to pick that off. We haven't gotten a turnover once so far. Well, I mean, it's only 2 games. Well, less than 2 games. It's been 1 and quarter games, really. We got no turnovers yet on defense. Another incompletion. Okay, forced a field goal. Considering the circumstances, that's not bad. But, really didn't want to turn it over. They missed it? Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. I got to take advantage of this here. And I'm going to spin those timeouts. Get that bounce. There we go.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Unloads to the wideout.
And I threw another one. Jesus Christ, I just can't stop throwing picks. I don't.
And a super return as he takes it all the way down to the 24-yard line. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Wants to throw on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. He's got it. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on
I think I don't know if I mentioned, but straight up, this game is harder to play than Madden. The mechanics are different. The tendencies are different. This game is harder to play. So it actually kind of makes for more entertaining live streams in terms of, like, you know, gameplay and all that, at least on my end. So hopefully it's more enjoyable for y'all to an extent. I mean, I love this game. It's just tough to play sometimes. Oh, we could have had a pick there if my guy was turned around. But we didn't allow a point off that turnover, so we're going to the half up 7-0. This has definitely been a ugly game.
You've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Lubbock. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive.
But once again, just like with all you, 2 interceptions thrown by Cole led to points. And that's not good. So we got to do better than that in the second half. And they get the ball, so I really want to try to establish the run, but they keep shutting it down. And Appalachian State was doing the same thing in the last game. That's why I had to really abandon it. But then again, we also were down by 3 touchdowns at halftime. We're up by 1 touchdown this time. But still, I mean. But I feel like that every season this kind of happens at the beginning. You know, we struggle to find our footing, or at least I struggle to find our footing a little bit in the beginning, and then throughout the season, players get better, they find out what they're supposed to do, they're a little bit more familiar with each other, and then we go on and we have a good season. So far during this dynasty, though, I'll say this. We have not had one season where we've had a losing record. Every season we've had a winning record, and we've been to a bowl game. And we've, I think we've won that bowl game every time, if I recall. I could be wrong, but I think we've won every bowl game that we've played in. So, since I started this dynasty, sniffed that one out very well. 2nd and 13.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. To throw, it's Banks. Makes his connection.
All right, we're down now.
But a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Kamara. And they make the tackle,
a chance to stop it there.
For the first down. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll give it to the back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fires to the wideout.
Another open guy.
Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air.
Pick! Let's go. Finally got a turnover.
Got some room to run.
All right, let's go. Oh, I thought he could house it. But still, got our first turnover of the season. Kazi, the guy from the portal. Let's go. Our safety making a big play.
From the gun to Gale, looking for room. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts it down. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Right back to him on the ground. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Looking to throw for it. Gets it out quickly.
Short by 2 yards.
Tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down. It'll bring up a big decision.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the 1st down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the 1st down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Red Raiders will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, needs block to lock them up close to their goal line.
All right, well, inside the 20. Well, actually, yeah, it's 16. Okay.
First down for this offense.
I mean, we're still up by 7, but when it was 2 yards, I feel like we had a shot, but then we get a penalty, so it's like, oh, another pick! Let's go, and it's Beach. Let's go. Time to hit the beach, my guys. Our senior 3rd corner making a play. 2 huge turnovers to help us keep the lead. Defense, once again, bailing us out like they've done throughout really the majority of this dynasty. Sometimes when we need a big turnover, that defense comes up with a play.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle.
Okay, I really want to try to convert
He
this.
started his drive in great field position, now needing to convert on 3rd and 2. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker.
All right, that time we got a first.
Ground, but it's a 1st down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football.
Run, Cole.
Create some holes up.
Touchdown, Cole. There we go. Finally got another touchdown.
Big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the 1st game. He's off to a great
Hasn't been a pretty game by any stretch. But we're pitching a shutout so far. 14-0. Finally scored. First score since our opening drive. Been tough sledding here on this with this offense. With Cole still getting used to still getting used to Cole running the show, but he's gotten the whole game, and I think he's still worth keeping in there as the starter based on what I've seen. So,
He'll pull it down.
QB busters for the 1st down game.
One team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
All right, it's the end of the 3rd quarter. We're up 14-0. He's got to play one more solid quarter of football and end this game. It isn't the high-scoring barrage that everybody's really used to, but almost there. It's got to hold on and get our first win of the season. That's it. We just got to get that first W.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to throw, it's Banks. Got his man on the right.
I think sometimes offensively you got to have a little more awareness of where you are in the field. You got to feel yourself getting close to the boundary, and you got to settle down. That guy looked like he was a little bit out of control, and as a result, that throw...
And Espinosa nearly gets a sack, but he forces the throw away. But, of course, they're going for it. Don't blame him one bit.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down.
Oh, come on. Oh.
Really nice pickup there.
Had a chance to get him off the field right there. Instead, we have the middle of the field open.
Bulldogs are flying down the field. The aerial assault continues. He got a hand
That could have been face guarding or pass interference, but they didn't call it.
Quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
Third and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat.
Another sack. Let's go. Big play there. Of course, they're still going for it, but it's 4th and 16. Making it tougher for him. All right, guys. Let's get him off the field here. Come on.
Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
Oh, keep letting up the big pass. Jeez.
Fourth down throw, and I'll tell you, this guy is not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a
taking a lot out of them, though, just to stay alive. But
he's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And now on second down for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Banks. Receiver looks it in, it's complete.
Another third down.
Quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
It's been a struggle, even though they haven't scored yet. A struggle lately to get. Oh, we got another pick. Let's go. Make it 3 interceptions for the defense today. Oh, run it back, house it. Let's go. Okay. But still, 3 interceptions. That one was by Averill. Wow, big play. Defense stepped up today with 3 interceptions. Huge. Now let's just run the ball. Let Bad News try to finish this thing off. Yeah, 66 yards. He's doing better than he was last game. He's got 1 touchdown on the day, so he scored for the first time this season.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
3rd and 1. I'm gonna wait until he gets to maybe the 2. They'd be cutting it close. I think we're okay. They get to the 2-minute timeout for the inside zone.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll run for it on 3rd and short.
All right.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Red Raiders will have it 1st and 10.
Big first down pick up there. Fresno State just spent their first timeout. And oh, he almost got another touchdown. We score here. This game is all but over.
And save as much time as possible. They can move that thing 1 yard here. That'll probably wrap this baby up. The give to the back.
Bad news for his 2nd touchdown of the game. And that puts a bow on this one.
Well, obviously this team didn't get the start they wanted to on the year. Coming into this one 0-1, but a great job.
Well, looks like we're on our way to our first win of the season after that debacle in week 1. Although, look, this game we still showed some of those same struggles. Cole threw 2 interceptions. He had a rushing touchdown. He had a passing touchdown, but We still got, those offensive struggles in this game with turnovers. But the defense today, they helped us out by getting turnovers themselves. So that was big. So that's something we can definitely hang our hats on for this game. And picking up the win also. We just needed to get in the win column for the first time this season. Now it's all about trying to see if we can climb our way back to being a top 25 team. And we've got a ranked opponent coming in here next week in Arkansas. So, that won't make things any easy for us to try to be a top 25 team again. But if we kind of run the table from here on out, if we can, or close to that, maybe we can find our way back into the playoff picture. But that week one might have already sealed our fate for this season, just based on the fact that we were the 11th team. We lost to a Sun Belt team in the first game of the season on the road, and we looked awful in doing so. It was close, but it was 28-7 at one point. And we scored 15 points in the second half to make a run at it. We had a few opportunities to win that game last week, but we just couldn't make enough plays. So we are where we are. It's 4th and 24 now. It's the last gasp for the Bulldogs. If we got some guys committing, but we'll see. I didn't even do any visits during the last recruiting session, actually. Well, I didn't have any points to spend, so, and then again, it's early in the year, so maybe nobody was even ready for a visit in week 2. But I'll take a look at that. Hopefully I got some points to spend so I can see if anybody's ready to visit, because you got to start getting some of that, some of those commits, those verbal commits.
He's looking to throw. Takes the easy throw in the flat. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. They'll use a timeout with 20
Well, they may score here to avoid a shutout.
Wants to throw on 3rd down.
But overall, I'm pleased with how the defense played today, especially making as many stops as they did in the beginning, and then getting those 3 interceptions. Big time stuff there.
Dropping back, it's Banks. Unleashes to the end zone.
Good deflection there.
Coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. And they'll come to the line and try to draw a little bit closer on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. The pass is incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield, and that shot the quarterback took might have been a little too
Of course. Roughing the passer cheese.
Just an ill-advised play by the defender to make contact with the quarterback after the throw, and it cost his team.
So often, though, it's ridiculous almost how often that penalty gets called.
Good job to avoid the loss. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw.
Off his hands, incomplete. All right. Even with the second chance, they're still struggling against some defense. But our guys are still playing. They're not letting up, which I appreciate. Even with 4 seconds left, they want this shutout. And we get it. Wow. Pretty good way by the defense to end it. We get the sack, and he's doing the gritty. I've never seen a big man do the gritty before, but I think that's what he's doing. And that's the end of the game. We win 21-0. We get a shutout against Fresno State. That was not on the bingo card. Isaac Cantwell finishes it off. His 3rd sack of the day. The defense played well. We got sacks. We got interceptions. Finally got turnovers. Offense played better, but we still had some of the struggles with throwing interceptions with the QB. Cole played better than IU, so he will be the starter for definitely next week against our first-ranked matchup against Arkansas. That's what we're going to do. Fresno State, then again, they missed that field goal. They make that field goal. Maybe this game is a little bit different, because that would have made it like 7-3. But we win 21-0 in a shutout. And that's that. So let's get into week 3. Get ready for Arkansas. So it looks like we got locked out by Max, who's a tight end. So we're kind of, let's see if we've got any recruiting that we can do. Do we have anybody ready to visit? Well, unfortunately, we got no points to spend. But I think some guys have locked us out. So I'm going to take Allen off the board. And I'm going to go ahead and take... Okay. So let me add another guy to the board that we don't have on there. I'll add this corner, this 4-star corner to the board. Don't have any points to spend, but we just made some some adjustments to the board, taking some guys off. So now we've got Arkansas. I'm gonna keep it going though, but I'm gonna go I'm gonna step up and walk for a little bit, guys. Try to get my steps in. And in the meantime, I feel like this would be a good time to kind of talk about, kind of just some thoughts. One of the reasons that I kind of picked up College Football 25 again is I'm very interested to see what they're going to do with College Football 26. I've watched videos and I've watched some people's opinions about things, and also during the NFL draft. I don't know if you guys saw, I didn't really see the full trailer because I was not really paying attention to the beginning of the draft as much as the middle part when the Cowboys were on the clock. But they did a trailer where it basically confirmed that it looks like, once again, in Road to Glory, that high school football is back. Kind of like in the last game for the old gen consoles, you could choose your high school, you could customize it, you could choose the colors and everything. I mean, there wasn't a whole big level of customization, like you couldn't have logos or anything like that. I'm hoping in 26 that you can have some decent logo, because I would like to customize my high school to the best of what my actual high school was. There have been previous games, like in Madden 21, you could have your guys start out, you had your guys start out in high school, and that was just a big part of the story mode, obviously. But, we haven't had anything like that since that game, at least on the new-gen consoles. So I'm interested in that because of the fact that Road to Glory is coming back with a lot of the same features that were in the last NCAA game on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. Because I feel like that a lot of people are really looking forward to, creating a guy that's, from high school, and you take him through college, and then you take him to be a legend at college, and then he gets drafted to the NFL to somewhere. And, then again, that all goes back to the old Maddens. When I talk about old Maddens, I'm talking about like on the PS2, when they introduced the Superstar mode. In NCAA Football 06, you could do the Road to Glory and all that, and then, you had the opportunity to take your guy, you had the ability to export it from your PS2 to Madden 06. Now, me being as young as I was and not really being into the whole rebuilding and, doing multiple videos, and I wasn't really a YouTube gamer back then. Then again, YouTube didn't really exist back in 2006. I would have loved to go back and do that. Looking back on, some of the YouTubers that I watch, one of the reasons that I got inspired to do YouTube, especially gaming with football gaming, is, due to some of the influences of some certain channels I've been following for a long time. Miles Dawkins is really kind of a guy that I kind of, admire in a way. He's one of my favorite football video game YouTubers. He does a lot of the classics. He does rebuilds. He does dynasties. He does all sorts of great stuff. So I'm very happy that, 25 was a big success. Based on what I can tell. I know that some people may say, hey, look, the game wasn't perfect. And I'm not saying it is. Like when I first got my hands on the game in July of this past year, there was bugs, there were issues, but that was the very first day that it was able to be played. But I just remember starting it up. I remember playing a random game against like Georgia Southern with Texas Tech. I didn't care who it was. I was just so happy to see my team in the game with the players. And the thing that's just really helped in all of this is that the NIL deals have absolutely changed the face of college football in the NCAA as a whole. And that's just going to lead to more avenues and way more opportunities with 26. Like some people think that there's going to be coaches that are going to be opting in, so therefore you don't have fake coaches in this game. You can customize that, and I'm just hoping that 26 can take the next step. But the problem that a lot of people are hesitant about is that it is done by EA Sports. Now, one of the things that I read is that when they were developing 25, The developers behind 25 were really passionate about the game. They were really passionate college football guys. They weren't exactly the same developers who were working on Madden for all of those years on the PS4 and then jumping to the next gen on PS5. Because everybody was worried, including me, that it was essentially going to be a Madden reskin. And for those of y'all that have followed my channel, y'all have seen that there have been mods that have existed on PS4 when Madden used to have college teams in the game in the story mode, that somebody could mod all that, and they could basically play college football teams with the uniforms and the players, and the commentary would say a different player's name, but it would be somebody who was renamed and all that. I didn't really pay attention to that when I was playing. I was just playing the game and enjoying the commentary and enjoying of basically just, playing like way early access to College Football 25, essentially. Because this series skipped an entire console. Skipped the Xbox One and skipped the PS4 completely. But now everything is back. And I know that a lot of people played College Football Revamped. I explored options to try to get that to work because I have an old copy of NCAA 14 in my PS3. But I just could never find it to work. So here we are. Okay, well, enough blibber blabble. It looks like that. Did we get back into the top 25 after one win? So according to the... okay. So we are in the top 25 in the media poll. In the coaches poll, we're 24th. And in the media poll, we are 25. So we are back in the top 25 after winning our first game, albeit as ugly as it is. So this is a ranked matchup after all. We're taking on number 11 Arkansas, who took over our spot. They're 2-0. We're 1-1. This is our final non-conference game. Let's get to 2-1 and prove that, and continue to prove that Week 1 loss to Appalachian State was an outlier. But it looks like we're going to be playing in some bad weather. It looks like it's raining here in Lubbock. Maybe not raining. No, actually it's not raining. It's just overcast and it's cold. But hey, it's fall football weather in West Texas. It starts to get a little bit chilly in late September, October sometimes. First few games of the season, I was always in, short sleeves. But by the time it got to like October, November games, I was putting on jackets to go to football games. So I know I've never really talked about my time at Texas Tech. I don't like to get too personal sometimes, but college football was really close to me, especially Texas Tech football, no matter how good or bad they were, because of the organizations I was involved with during my time at Texas Tech. I was a member of the Saddle Trans, which is an all-male spirit organization. We had cowbells, we had official red shirts, and it was the oldest student organization on campus. It was basically like a fraternity, but without Greek letters. But even the fraternity guys and sororities, the fraternities and sororities knew who we were. And on game day, we're a tradition in itself. We do the bell circle, we ring the bells after a victory in any sport, we support all the men's sports. And it was just a lot of fun waking up on Saturdays and being there with my brothers on the first row of our section at Jones AT&T Stadium. And it was just fantastic. It was just great times. And that's why I've missed playing a new college football game, because 14 came out the summer before my sophomore year. So I spent like the back end of summer playing that game. And I kept playing 14 as long as the updated rosters worked, until they didn't work anymore on PlayStation 3 when it was about 2019, 2020. Started to kind of go away from that. Still enjoy playing the game on occasion, but I wouldn't really do anything with it except just play off and on, because there was no new elements of Dynasty, because everything had changed. There was no playoff in in 14. It was still the BCS Championship Series. It was the last year of the BCS Championship Series. But, you know, that's what happened. Meanwhile, we give up opening touchdown for the first time all season. Well, actually, no. He's down to the 1. But still, that was a big play we just let up there. Here I am talking about my time back in college and letting up a touchdown on the opening series. But then again, Arkansas is ranked number 11, taking our old spot. It actually is raining now, so we are playing in a little bit of bad weather. I'd like to run the football more this game and really get Bad News going back on his ways of last year, but tough sledding.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at 22. So Texas Tech's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Both of these defenses, David, anchored by star middle backers.
I mean, they're just stars right in the middle of the defense. You'll see them go
sideline to
sideline, and they will make plays.
4 yards, but we'll take it.
Yeah, these guys are the heart and soul of their defense. They're the leaders. Everybody looks up to them. They're constantly making plays.
Fires to the big fella. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of
tight end with the first down grab.
I love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Yeah, that was out of bounds. Wasn't the best play it could have made there.
Forcing the incompletion. A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking for a man. It's Cole.
There we go.
Got his man downfield.
First down.
They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And the Red Raiders look to keep this drive humming. From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
Took the tackle, but couldn't shake another one.
Very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
It's complete.
There we go.
And he almost ran away from everybody.
First down pick up there.
Huge pickup on that play.
Oh, he hit a deep pass. I really haven't hit one of those with Cole.
That's the end of the
so we're down by 7 at the end of the first quarter, but we got a decent drive going. If we can finish it, I'd love to.
And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. First down to start the drive after the break. Leaves it with the running back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. These two conferences have been tied together for years through the Sugar Bowl, a little testiness with the whole Texas-Oklahoma thing, and now the rivalry on the field between the Big 12.
Oh, that could have been a pick, but Mancuso made it. Was he in? Oh, I guess they gave him the forward progress anyway. Mancuso with the touchdown. Let's go. They're going to review this, of course. I don't think he got in. That was a tough completion. But then again, that defender, he was going for the deflection. He wasn't going for the tackle. So it wasn't a touchdown. We get the ball at the 1-yard line, and we punch it in with Uche. Our second-string running back gets his first touchdown of the season. We got the game tied up. Good answer by our offense.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level.
Oh, come on, pick that, please. Oh, almost a pick, but still, good defense. As long as he didn't catch that.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, leaves it on the inside.
Okay, there we go. Make the
picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. To the air, it's Burks. Heaves it deep.
You catch that? Oh my God.
And he's brought down.
I thought I could get my guy in position to make an interception or a deflection. Couldn't quite get on the other side of it. Had a chance, but
where he wanted to go. The
couldn't
football
do it.
had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this
Good
offense,
tackle.
understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
This is a ranked opponent, you know. This is our first ranked matchup of the season, so no easy sledding here.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
No.
On the move at the 30. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge
Run all
play.
over.
And the
running back's up to already
with the
50 yards
first and 10.
rushing.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
You know, they're just abusing us in the running game. This is the first time our defense really has faced their toughest matchup of the season. I mean, Appalachian State might have been a loss, but their offense wasn't nearly as potent as this one. Their running game is chewing us up right now.
Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. They've been running it, but now the pass.
And 6. So Arkansas takes the lead back. This looks like it might be a back and forth matchup. So
we need you to make more plays for us in the end.
gotta keep up. Can't really have any trips, it looks like, in this game.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The give.
Oh.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Probably cut back, but I wanted to try to run around him because it was wide open on the right side.
Offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Screen.
Oh,
good move, bad news. Juke him out of his sneakers. I believe. Made it 3rd and manageable. That was a big play.
One defense tries to get off the field. Back to throw. It's Cole.
Mancuso, come on, man. First down, Mancuso.
Tackled, but he has a first down.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's
2-minute timeout. All right. Got all 3 timeouts left.
He just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate.
Probably start spinning it if we keep this drive going.
Behind his tight end.
We're going to go no huddle a little bit here. See what we can do.
Get to that first down marker. Looking to throw it again.
Oh no! That had hit written all over. There was like 4 guys there.
He didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Looking left.
Broke away. There we go. I get out of bounds. Reserve some of that time. Got held up a little bit, but he was able to break free and make the catch. So solid job. And that was just a terrible. I keep doing that where I just like I see the guy for a second and then he just comes into the frame.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been
I don't think I got enough momentum on that football too. I need to throw it higher, lob it a little bit, tap the button, don't force push it so hard.
Got it in the middle. It's Matthews. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. On the run, still
get a sack, please. Oh my. And he still gained like 2 or 3 yards. Had like 5 guys chasing after that QB.
Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert.
You know how great a stop on 3rd down would be right now?
To get the first through the air. Using his feet to buy time.
Get him. Oh, fumble, get it. First turnover of the day. Let's go, D. I don't think his name was down. Hopefully it wasn't. Not reviewing it. Nope. It's a fumble.
Issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field.
I thought break away from it. Let's call a timeout. Let's regroup.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to pass. It's Cole. He makes the connection. No chance to run, but still a good gain. Here's a timeout.
I just wanted to get it back to 3rd and man.
Here late in the first half.
I really like the slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just
3rd and
runs
8's
really
manageable.
good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
That pass is well off.
Well, at least with getting the turnover, we were able to stop that last drive, but would have loved to get points to tie this thing up again. We do get the ball to start the second half, but if they get any kind of score here, that'll make a comeback tougher.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first.
Sack him. Let's go. Good job, Cantwell. Picking up right where you left off last game with 3 sacks. They're not rushing. I guess they're just going to settle. Guess they got that sack, and they're like, yeah, it ain't worth it. They're just going to run it, go to halftime. Up by 7. Okay. All right. A little surprised that they decided to go conservative to end the half, but still only a 14-7 game.
And it's been said football is a game.
I'm pretty sure we get the ball to start the second half. Yeah, I think we do, because I know Arkansas scored on their first possession, and it was the first possession for either team. So. Yeah. Good thing is that we kept it close. I mean, Arkansas is rated a little bit better than us, so.
And how they play when it matters most.
But we're close. We're not getting blown out, so that's nice. We beat them. Maybe that can get us. Oh, that's the best return I think I've had maybe this entire dynasty, even though it wasn't a touchdown. But still, that was a good return. You never really get good returns. Coverage team is always very stingy. But we're already at midfield.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Grabs it in
down. There we go.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. 2nd down coming up. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
There we go. 1st down, bad news. Here we go.
Line, but not before a pickup of 5 and enough for the 1st down. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Got his man.
Somehow we got that complete to Ika, but he was in tight coverage there.
Guys that can run routes and box guys out. You want to play man-to-man coverage on me? I'll put my big body on you. You throw it near me.
Someone's walking a little bit better in this game as far as running the football, but we haven't had those big explosive run plays yet so far this game.
Scoring position with a fresh set of downs. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. 2nd and goal for this offense. Trying to surge it in.
Another touchdown for bad news. Now we got this game tied up. It's just the touchdown drive we needed to start out this half. Tell Arkansas we're not going away just yet. Still in this.
And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we're tied up in the 3rd. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. To the air, it's Burks. Throws to the wideout.
Oh, we almost got a pick. Gabriel would have had his 2nd one of the season if he held on to that. What a big one in the last game.
From the gun, the running back looking for room.
Come on.
Makes the tackle
and they get
at
first.
the 30 after he picked up 10. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand.
Ah.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the
they've run the football very well.
I
think that's their, I don't know if that's their starter. Well, one of their running backs is already up over 100 yards rushing, so they've run the football at will in this game. And we've stopped them occasionally like that, but still, they've pretty much been able to run however they want to in this game.
First down, now back to the line. On second down, he'll fire. Setting up the screen.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
They finally get him stopped, but what a good
finally
job
get
by
him
that
down.
front wall
And
to set up the screen
you can't be
create
missing.
some lanes for their running back.
Try to win this game.
They'll
Almost
throw
the
it
end of
on
the third
first
quarter
down.
already.
Finds the tight end.
They get another first down. It's just been methodical after methodical.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
It's the end of the third quarter. Tied up at 14. 1 quarter left.
We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats.
Well, the yards are almost even, but you know they've got over 100 yards rushing. We've got over 100 yards passing. But as far as total, it's kind of the same.
He's looking to throw it. Flips it out in the flat. Stopped after making the catch. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
This running back
now
is...
a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 20.
Kraken? Is that his name? I saw his name right there.
Let's see how aggressive
It's definitely
they are on 3rd and long. Back to pass.
a son of a gun.
Fires to the tight end.
There we go.
Good tackle.
It's 4th and 1. Stopped him. Forced a field goal. Let's go.
So here we are on
That's a win for us based on how well Arkansas's played on offense in this game. Field goal is good, but better than 6. So finally, we hold the Arkansas offense to the field goal. Let's see if we can get maybe a touchdown on this possession. Get the lead back. Actually, I say get it back. I don't think we've led once this game. This is the first game we haven't led at all. Hopefully that changes on this drive, but we're just getting started.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Now the play fake. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down,
that long.
going up top.
We go, first down, Ika.
And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. The Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Lloyd sighting. First down for Lloyd. Let's go. The 5-star freshman getting in the game for the first time, and it's a big first down. Shades of Micah Hudson? Yeah, I guess. By the way, I have mixed feelings about Hudson basically recommitting to Texas Tech after leaving to go to A&M. I'm just hoping this guy isn't going to flake again, but we'll see. There we go. Ika again. Shoot them out. Oh my God, he fumbled, but he picked it up. Wow, okay. Well, I guess he was down by contact anyway, but still, glad that he didn't fumble the ball. Okay. I don't know why they reviewed it. I guess they were reviewing it to make sure the spot was correct, but he basically fumbled it back into his own chest. Or, actually, no, it's a 2-minute timeout. I'm tripping. All right. Bad news, into the end zone for the touchdown. We've got the lead for the first time in the game. Let's go. Huge. In 2 minutes. forced Arkansas into needing a touchdown to win this game. We've just got to play one more good possession on defense, and we'll win this game. It's been a tough one, but our defense finally slowed him down last time. We just got to make another play. We forced one turnover with a fumble, but we didn't do anything with it. So we need to force a turnover here. Would be great. They're not calling a timeout just yet. But they need a touchdown. They can't settle for a field goal.
They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Okay.
Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
If they convert this first down, it's not going to be the end of the world. That's why I'm getting my guys back a little bit to protect, make sure they don't hit the big play on us.
Coming after it.
Okay, well, we almost got a sack there, but still. That's better than letting up a big play, even though they got a first down. And also, it took him a lot of time, because he had to scramble and run around a little bit to buy time. So he lost some seconds there. They haven't spent a timeout yet, but they will probably after this play. Can't get free. All right, well, no timeout if you throw an incompletion. There's 44 seconds left. They've spent a lot of time, and they haven't even hit midfield yet, so they got a chances. Underneath, make the tackle. There we go. I don't know why they're not calling a timeout. There's only 35 seconds left in this game, Arkansas. Not sure what you guys are doing, but okay. Block management sometimes. Oh, we get a sack. Let's go. Honestly, that all but seals this one. Okay, now they finally spent a timeout with like 21 seconds left, but it's 4th and forever. 4th and 11, this is the game. I'm really surprised Arkansas did not spend timeouts during this possession until now, because that was a terrible thing to do, and we get another interception. Well, I say another interception. Beach with his second pick of the season. Finally getting some turnovers in the last 2 games. Let's go ahead and take a knee with Cole, and that's the end of the game. We win our first ranked matchup against Arkansas. Number 25 takes down number 11. So we finish our non-conference schedule 2-1 after starting out with a terrible collapse in the first game against Appalachian State. But we fought our way back. We're 2-1 right now, so we're still in pretty good position to make a run heading into Big 12 play. Arizona State is our first Big 12 opponent. That'll be in the next live stream that I do for the 2030 season of this Dynasty live stream series. We'll get ready to put a bow on it. I'm going to do one more little recruiting bit for next week, and then I'll wrap it up. I want to see if we got any commits, because we don't have any points to spend, but I want to be able to spend some points so we can start getting some recruits in here for visits, because that's going to be very crucial to us potentially landing some of these guys. Oh, I spoke too soon. We got a right guard. Adonis Bowie from Mansfield, Texas, is our first commit of the 2030 cycle, right guard. And he is our only commit. Nobody has locked us out this week, so that's a relief. I don't know. So it looks like we do have some recruiting points to spend this week. Okay, who is ready for a visit? Who's ready for a visit? Well, it looks like a lot of guys are. Okay, there's some 5-star guys that I've got on our list who I want. This running back right here, Shion Finanganofo. What a last name, from Austin, Texas. But look at that right there. We are far above anybody else, even Ohio State and Texas. A 5-star running back. He's 5'11", 192, from Austin, Texas. And it looks like he is ready for a visit. So let us schedule a visit. Let's get him here against BYU. Let's do athletic facilities with him. Who else is ready for a visit? There's another 5-star guy. There's that defensive tackle, Josh Guillermo. Josh Guillermo. We're far, just like with that running back, we're far above anybody else. He's definitely looking ready. Well, okay, is he not? We don't have enough points to schedule another visit. Okay, well, let me see if I can just do some other stuff. Don't have enough points for that. Let's go ahead and just don't have enough points for that either. Okay. We only have 25 points left to spend. These guys aren't fully scouted, so let's go ahead and scout some of the rest of these players. Let's see. Who needs a scholarship? We have 23 scholarships left to hand out. Is there another 4-star? This Mara. But Texas is pretty far ahead of us. I don't want to offer scholarships to guys that we're not even close to. McNabb, he's... none of these guys are really got us at like number 1, so we're about to lose out on some of these guys. Garcon is the top quarterback that I was looking at, but Texas has jumped ahead. Let me go ahead and offer a scholarship to this guy, Cesar, just to see if we can get anything. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this live stream for now. I may do another one tonight, depending on what I want to do. If not, I'll probably wrap up live stream for the week. I'm actually going to probably go see a movie here soon, or maybe get dinner and then see a movie. I'm not exactly sure which order I'm going to do it, so that's why I kind of may or may not be doing another live stream tonight, but you guys will know soon enough. I'm still a little bit tired because I stayed up late last night because I did something I normally don't do, which is go and get some cookies after work, because I work later on Saturdays and Sundays due to scheduling. I know that at the end of my last live stream that I did about 2 weeks ago, and one of the reasons why I didn't live stream at all this past weekend is because I took Sunday off and I went back to San Antonio to spend time with my family to do to have some fun at some fiesta events and everything like that. That's why I wasn't in town to stream. Like I said at the end of the Bengals live stream video, there may be a lot more gaps in terms of live streaming that I do because I'm busy looking at making moves, so to speak. And by that, I mean, real life situations. So I'm just letting you guys know that. But hopefully I'll be back. But I may be back tonight. I may just try to come back tonight with maybe a shorter live stream, maybe do a couple of games in the Big 12 Conference, see what I want to do. So until the next video, I will see you guys next time. Take care.